you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is just going to be on these braids and this makeup look. Just a disclaimer, I did realize later on in the video that one of my eyebrows was a bit higher than the other. I think it's the way that I got them waxed, but not that big of a deal. I'm not really a makeup artist, so I'm not really pressed about that fact, but just a disclaimer. So I just used some Kanekalon hair from my local beauty supply store. However, I do recommend that you use Expressions. Expressions is better in my opinion because it comes with a neater outcome. And as you can see here, I'm just stretching out that braiding hair so that it isn't blunt and unnatural at the ends. The wig I'm using today is just this 613 full lace wig. I did go in off camera and just do the watercolor method with a bit of purple shampoo to take out some of that yellowness. And as you can see now, I'm just braiding. And at first I did not really have the technique down, so the first braid is a bit messy, but I did come back to this wig a few days later and decided to actually retry it and refinish it. So this is just footage from the first day. So for this knotless technique, I watched a video by Glam by Mary. I'll link her channel down below. She really goes in depth on how to do it. I'm not that good with braiding, but I'll try my best just for the sake of this video to try and explain how I did. So you'll see me throughout the video using a wax stick at the roots just to try to make this as neat as possible, but later on down the line I did realize I wanted it to be a little bit more messy, to have a more boho type of feel to it and not be so tight and neat. So taking that braiding hair, I'm just going to split that between my right hand and the middle strand, cross that right hand under the middle strand, and then take that outer strand on the left and cross it under the middle strand. And that's just the best as I can explain it. I'm not really a braider, but I just did that after braiding the hair down a little bit just so I don't have that knot too high at the top. Once you go through a few braids, you'll definitely get the hang of it. I'm not a braider, and I think this wig came out pretty nice. I got a lot of compliments on it, so I think I did pretty well. I'm just going to try to explain it one more time for you guys. As you guys can see the visual, I'm just splitting that piece between the outside right strand and the middle strand and crossing the right strand under the middle strand and over the outside left strand. And as you guys can see, the braids aren't the neatest. This was my first time ever trying to do the knotless braids, and just box braids in general, I'll say. So they aren't perfect, but I think it worked for the look. And for the ends, I just wrapped a rubber band around them to tame the frizziness. I initially tried to dip them, but I didn't like how they came out. It wasn't as neat as I thought, but that's why I say I really prefer Expressions braiding hair over Kanekalon. And for that middle braid, I just went in with some Got2b gel on my fingers and used the wax stick, brushing that wax stick, you know, opposite side of each part, just so I can make sure it's nice and firm and that the braid would be neat in the middle. And again, as you see, that middle strand and outer strand, I have the braiding hair through it, crossing the outer right strand under the middle strand and over the outside left strand. So this is that unit all braided up. I did not have high expectations because I'm not a braider, as you guys heard me say multiple times in this video, but this wig definitely exceeded my expectations and I was so happy with the outcome, and a lot of people were as well. I got so many compliments on this unit. Now I'm just going in with my Nairobi foaming wrap and putting that all over the roots just to tame down any flyaways that were at the roots of the hair and just making this all over neater look. I wanted it to still have that boho feel but still be, you know, not too messy and not too frizzy. And after wrapping my scarf around the wig, I'm just going to go in with my blow dryer a bit to dry everything up and make everything neat, and take my scissors and trim off the excess hair. So this was originally supposed to be a talk through, but I had too much background noise, so I'll just be doing a voiceover. I'm just taking my Shea Moisture wipes and wiping all over my face just in case there's anything on my face. And then after that, I'm going to go in with my Tatcha water cream and apply that all over my face. Now I use my Pro Filter Fenty foundations in the color 310 and 350. I mixed those on the back of my hand, and I'm just going in and just painting that all over my face. I usually apply this with a foundation brush, however I could not find my brush for the life of me while I was doing this video, so I just went in and painted it on and used my beauty blender to blend it in a bit more after the fact. Now I'm using the Pro Filter Concealer in 310 and just putting that under my eyes, along the bridge of my nose, my forehead, above my lip, and on my chin. And with my damp beauty blender, I'm just blending under my eyes and just going to go in and blend everywhere else as well. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Pro Filter setting powder in banana and just putting that under my eyes, along my bridge of my nose, my forehead, and above my top lip and under my chin, just anywhere I put that concealer. And after that, I'm going to take my Morphe concealer and highlighter palette and dip into the shade Debutante and Donut and just use that to chisel out my cheeks and contour the sides of my nose. So today I'm using the James Charles X Morphe palette, and the primary shades I'll be using are Rusted, You're Kidding, Mary, and I'll be dipping into Spooky as well. The primary brush I used for this look was the M433 brush, and now you'll see me dipping into You're Kidding and just patting that all over my lid. So I just took that color a bit above my natural crease, and after that I'm going to take a clean M433 brush, dip into the shade Rusted, and just blend out those edges. Now I'm just going to dip into the shade Boutique with a BH Cosmetics brush and just sweep that color all along my lash line and just do a sort of wing moment. And after that, I'm going to go in with the shade Benny and just go over that same area. Now taking that same BH Cosmetics brush and dipping into the shade Benny, I'm just going to go along my lower lash line and then dip into Boutique and do the same thing. And after that, I just went in with a bit of Rusted and You're Kidding and just swept that along the bottom of my lash line as well, and just sort of blending that into that wing. Now I'm going to go in with this Tarteist eyeliner pencil and just using the actual pencil side and lining my waterline and my upper lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the marker side and just draw along the top of my lash line. So here's the part when I realized that one of my eyebrows was higher than the other, so that made my one eye look be higher than the other. So it didn't really look right, but I did go in off camera and try to fix anything. So here's me literally for like 10 minutes trying to fix my eyebrows until I realized that one of them was just arched higher than the other. I then went in with the M527 brush and swept off the excess powder and dipped into my powder shade in MAC and just kind of softened up that contour. Now I'm taking Face in a pencil brush and using this to highlight my nose. I'm just going on the tip of my nose and then along the bridge of my nose. And after that, I'm just going to be highlighting under my eyebrows. And in this clip, the difference in my eyes is literally driving me crazy. It's so noticeable. They literally have like two different shapes. I then went in with a blush brush and just dipped into my Morphe Highlight & Contour palette and used the shade Venus and just swept that all along my cheeks. And after that, I just dipped into the shade Literally for a bit of a more blushy tone highlight and just swept that on the apples of my cheeks. And now I'm just going to spray my face with the Morphe setting spray, and then after that I'm going to go in with my Mario Badescu rose water spray just for a more dewy wet look. Now I'm taking a NYX lip pencil in the shade Brown, lining the top of my lip and bringing it kind of halfway down my top lip and lining the bottom lip. And now I'm just going to take my NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee and apply that to my lips and use that applicator brush to blend out that line. I really enjoyed doing these braids. The video clip may be a little bit choppy from when I first started because I initially tried to do the braids the day before. It didn't work out for me. I said, you know, scrap that. I was just gonna do something else with my hairstyle. But then I seen like knotless braids all over my Instagram feed. So I'm like, it must be a sign. So I went in and tried to do them again and they came out a lot better. I can say, you know, I'm not a braider, so my braids aren't as neat as I would like for them to be. However, the very, almost like a boho type of feel to them, you know, kind of more messy. I really liked it because, you know, they aren't really tight at the root or anything. And, you know, I feel like kind of, you know, Christina Aguilera, Xtina vibes with some of the black braids in. I have a few of little decorations and my braids accessories. I have some rings and then I have some safety pins, which I really like. I think they went well with my outfit. I got a lot of compliments and I really enjoyed doing this look. Also, I want you guys to let me know how you guys feel about this makeup look in the tutorial. Like I always say, you know, I'm not the best makeup artist. I only do my own makeup. I recently got into makeup, so it's not going to be like the best tutorial. However, I do hope to get better. If you guys want to see more makeup on my channel, definitely comment down below and let me know, you know, what type of looks you guys want to see specifically, or if you guys just want to see makeup in general, let me know what you guys think about this look. I got a lot of compliments on it at the hair show. The hair show was a great experience for me. I enjoyed it because, you know, I went, I served a look, you know, I got a lot of compliments. However, I did not win the bow hold frontal competition, but on the same token, I did get the exposure and I got a lot of compliments on my model's hair. You know, a lot of people liked it, so I was happy about that even if I didn't win. Just all about the experience that I really enjoyed. I left my battery back home because I was rushing. I really planned to do a vlog of, you know, my whole trip, the hair show, you know, everything. But I didn't get to because I left my battery back home. Like I said, I literally jumped up at 6:57. Called my Uber like as soon as I woke up, and I didn't even pack or anything. So as my Uber was on the way, I was storing things into my bag just so, you know, I could be ready and, you know, I wouldn't miss my flight. My flight left at 8, so I tried to make it there at least an hour before, which I did. I got there around 7:30. I got there around 7:30 and I luckily did not miss my flights. You know, I was so nervous that I was gonna miss my flight because my first time ever trying to go to Brown & Brothers, my flight was delayed. So I didn't get to go how I wanted to, and this time I put so much effort into the competition, into my hair, my model's hair, my outfit, my look, and I didn't want all that to go to waste. So thank you guys for watching this video.